Let me just start this video by saying thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I'm really glad we were able to hit this milestone, and I look forward to what we can accomplish in the future. Now, without further ado, let's answer some questions. Alright, question number 1. 1 minute ago. Yes, you did comment this 1 minute after I uploaded the announcement video. I don't really know what else to tell you. What's your favorite anime game? I was expecting this question, and I gotta go with Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. I know the gameplay is simplistic, but as a casual game, I really enjoy the story mode. It's got some great boss fights, and it covers my favorite story arcs from the Naruto series. What made you decide to make analysis videos rather than your meme maker videos? So not many of you will know about this, but I used to make meme maker tutorial videos. But eventually, I just got tired of making them, and I was running out of ideas, so that's when I decided to switch to doing more anime game videos. But once I started doing that, those started to take off and perform really well, so it seemed like a good time to move on from the meme maker videos. Favorite games and movies from 2023? Truthfully, I didn't play many new games from 2023, but out of what I did play, I'd say my favorite is probably Super Mario Bros. Wonder, with Tears of the Kingdom close behind in second place. For movies, it's kind of the same deal. I didn't watch too many movies in 2023. Watched, I believe, 13 2023 movies. And out of those, Oppenheimer is easily my favorite, with The Holdovers coming in second place. Where is the long-awaited Cars the Video Game video? So this is another thing probably even less people will know about, but about over a year ago, I made 2 Disney game review videos that was going to have this whole storyline and its own lore. It was going to build up to this Cars video game video, but they didn't perform very well, and looking back on them now, they're really cringy, and so I just went ahead and unlisted them. I will provide a link in the description down below if you want to watch them, but fair warning, they're very cringy. So to answer your question, that video is probably never coming. Do you have a favorite show or anime? Since you asked for both, I'll give you live action show and anime. So my favorite live action show is True Detective Season 1 specifically. I also really like Daredevil, that's got me on second place. And for anime, Haikyuu, number 1 favorite anime easily, with Run with the Wind in second place. And what is your favorite console of all time? Based on nostalgia, I'd probably say the Wii, with the Nintendo Switch in a close second place. The Switch has got a great game roster, and I love the portability and the functionality of it. It's hard to beat Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Smash Ultimate, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But then again, the Wii also has Twilight Princess, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Kart Wii, so I think overall, I gotta give it to the Nintendo Wii. Do you have a favorite author or book? To be honest, I don't really read a lot, besides like required reading in school, but I can still answer your question. My favorite author is going to be Tolkien. I have read the Lord of the Rings books, but I'm mainly choosing him because the Lord of the Rings trilogy is my favorite film trilogy of all time. But in terms of one specific book, I'd probably give it to The Lord of the Flies. It was a required reading in high school, but it's still my favorite book of all time. What kind of bear is best? Black bear. Do you believe in God? Yes. Are you a Swiftie? No. Who is your favorite musician and why is it Radiohead? Okay, just because I'm a nerdy college student who thinks his opinion is better than everyone else's doesn't mean that Radiohead is my favorite musician. They're my 3rd favorite musician after The Police and Kanye West. Who's better, Kanye West or Taylor Swift? Based on my previous 2 answers, you probably assume my answer, but to cover my bases, I like Kanye's music, but I do not agree with everything he says, and Taylor Swift just isn't personally my thing. So Swifties, please don't kill me. What's your favorite tree? I gotta go with spruce. That's my go-to building material. I build all my houses out of spruce. Check out this one I recently built. You like it? What's your type of woman? Ro really thinks he's Toto out here. But if you must know, then it's girls like Ana de Armas, as in AI. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or games, unlimited games, and no more games? Thought about this for a while, but I'm gonna have to go with games, unlimited games, and no more games, because with the first option, you get unlimited bacon, but you have no more games. But with this second option, you have games, unlimited games, but no more games. But you can also still get the infinite bacon by just going to the store and buying bacon. So this way I get games and unlimited games and unlimited bacon, but no more games, of course. How often do you read manga? And do you prefer manga or anime or both? Recently, I've been reading a lot more manga, mainly just because it's easier because I can go at my own pace rather than having to sit down for 20 minutes to watch one episode of an anime. But I do think they both have their own pros and cons. When I read a manga that I really like, I'll go out and watch anime so I can see the animation and I can really see the completed piece. So that's why I'd say both, because with manga, I feel like that has better pacing more often than not, whereas with an anime, you really get the full picture with animation, voice acting, soundtrack, all of that. So really, it's definitely both, and I get a pretty good mix of both of them, but I have been reading more manga recently. What anime game deserves a remake that you have reviewed so far? I'm gonna have to go with Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, which is 100% recency bias, because I'm really into Jujutsu Kaisen at the time. The time is now. I'm really into Jujutsu Kaisen right now, and I want a good JJK game that's not just Jujutsu Kaisen box PvP in Fortnite. What would be your ideal anime game? I could just give a cop-out answer like Shonen Fighters, which is the anime game I'd want the most, but I'll give an answer that's a little more creative. I made a video about this topic a while ago, which would be a My Hero Academia game, which would be an open world action MMORPG where you can make your own hero or your own villain. What series that doesn't have a game would you like to get made? This is going to sound like a weird answer, but I'd go with Haikyuu. Obviously, I'm biased because that's my favorite anime and manga series, and because I also like volleyball, but that's why I want a Haikyuu game, because I don't really think there is like a good volleyball game that's out there. So if they could combine a Haikyuu game with a good volleyball game, that would be pretty cool. I kind of have no idea how a good volleyball game would work, but that's not my job to figure out. Do you think another game like Jump Force will be made? If you mean a Shonen Jump crossover game, then definitely yes, because Bandai Namco loves money. And if you mean a soulless, cheaply made cash grab, then also yes, because Bandai Namco loves money.
Hello, I like money.
What is your favorite anime and least favorite anime? My favorite anime, like I said before, is Haikyuu. Seasons 1 through 3 are perfect. The animation's great, the characters are great, the writing's great, just everything about that is great. And in terms of my least favorite anime, I could go with a cop-out like X-Arm or Gibiat, however the hell you pronounce that. But I've only watched like one episode of those and I gave up. So if you want an anime that I've actually completed, that's my least favorite. It's probably an anime that like no one has ever heard of, but it's called Talentless Nana. It had a pretty cool concept to it, but just a terrible execution that made literally no sense. Speaking of JoJo's All-Star Battle R, we're going to make a review of JoJo's Eyes of Heaven as well. Considering I already own the game JoJo's Eyes of Heaven, I am planning to do a review of that. If you want to know what games I plan on reviewing next, I'll list those out here. These are in no particular order. It's going to be the Attack on Titan games, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, Naruto Shinobi Strikers, Black Clover Quartet Knights, and JoJo's Eyes of Heaven. Which waifu is your favorite? I haven't really thought about this in a while because I find it kind of cringy now, but I guess if I have to choose one, it'd be like Hayasaka from Love is War. Say yeah. I hope you're happy, gaming_beast. Do you identify as an ape? And if so, what type of ape? I do not personally identify as an ape. But in terms of what's the best type of ape, I go with a chimpanzee. Because have you ever seen the Planet of the Apes trilogy? Caesar's f***ing awesome in those. How did you come up with the name Flame Hunter? I could give the easy answer and say that it was just my gamer tag, but Flame Hunter lore dump. So basically it was back in 5th grade and we were put into different table groups. Instead of like rows of desks, they were like sets of desks, and our group wanted to have a group name, and at the time my friend's gamer tag was already Skull Hunter, so we're like, oh, what if we name our group the Hunters, and then each of us would be a hunter, and we thought it would be cool if each one was like an elemental themed thing. So since he was Skull Hunter, he'd be like darkness or death or something. The only other name I can remember was Wave Hunter, which would be a water hunter. So mine was Flame Hunter, which would be like fire. And I thought the name was so cool that I ended up changing my gamer tag to Flame Hunter on everything. So that led to middle school when I made the channel and I named it Flame Hunter. And by the time I found it too edgy and cringy, the name had already stuck. So I couldn't really do anything about it. I couldn't really change it then. So yeah. Roster predictions for Sparking Zero? I have no idea because I don't watch or read Dragon Ball. I am planning to try and at least read the manga before Sparking Zero comes out because I'm definitely going to make a review for that game and I want to actually have an idea of what the is happening. Have you ever heard of the anime fighter Sunday vs. Magazine Shuketsu Chojo Daikesen? Would you like to do a review on it sometime? No, I have not heard of that game, but after quickly looking it up, it seems pretty interesting and I would like to do a review on it. Are you aware of those leaked rumor games like Jumpstars Ultimax and Jump Crossburst? And do you think one of them are real or are they fake? I am aware of both of them. I'm assuming both of them are fake. They just seem too good to be true. Between Spike Chunsoft, CyberConnect 2, Dimps, Aiding, and Byking, which one of them are the best at making anime games? Well, right off the bat, we can rule out Spike Chunsoft, but you really couldn't include Arc System Works? I honestly really don't know what my answer is. They all kind of do their own thing. They'll have their own pros and cons. So I don't know. I don't really have a definitive choice. I guess if I had to go with one of them, I'd probably go with Arc System Works. Would you like to see Shonen Sunday, Shonen Magazine, and Shonen Champion get their own crossover games? I think it would be cool. I don't think any of them have the real history that Shonen Jump does, but any crossover fighting games are welcome to me. What is your favorite non-anime game? I gotta go with Breath of the Wild, with Super Mario Galaxy close behind in second place. Who inspired you to create a YouTube channel? The most obvious inspiration that multiple people have pointed out to me already is Scott the Woz. My content is fairly similar to what he does, I'd say, and a lot of people say I look like him, but in terms of other creators that also inspired me to just make a channel in general, I'd say Plain Rock 124. What do you think is the best anime mobile game? I don't know, man. I don't play mobile games. I guess like Genshin Impact or something? Diary of a Wimpy Kid's Son or Warrior Cat's Daughter? Is this even a question? Like, no shade to Warrior Cats, but come on. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a masterpiece, okay? And I read that growing up, and look how great I turned out.
Fonda 1515.
Do you like cheese?
Yes.
Will you keep playing 3D fighting games? Will you still review them? I will continue to play and review 3D arena fighting games as long as companies decide to trend them out. What are your thoughts on the Bleach Brave Souls game? I do not know, because I have not played it, and I've also not read or watched Bleach. Do you love me? No. What is your favorite video you have uploaded? In terms of quality-wise, I'd say the One Punch Man game nobody wanted, but I also have a soft spot for the Jump Force video, because that's a video that really helped my channel blow up. I know these are not anime games per se, but if you tried any of these other Japanese games, I've tried a bunch of them. My main issue is that I don't like turn-based games, so it kind of rules out a lot of those series, but I did really enjoy Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I also really like Kingdom Hearts, despite only playing 3 and 1 in that order. Don't ask me why I did that. What genre should anime games explore outside of fighting games? Like Fist of the North Star, Last Paradise? Have you played that game? I've not played Last Paradise, but I do think anime games need to expand beyond just fighting games. I definitely think an action RPG or hack and slash could work well for a lot of different animes. Like an action RPG for Demon Slayer that plays like Sekiro would have been super cool, or a hack and slash for One Punch Man. I think that would have fit the series super well. And of course, if it has to be a fighting game, then I'd obviously prefer a 2D fighting game over an arena fighting game. What are your thoughts about a Kingdom Hearts-like Shonen Jump crossover action RPG? I think that would be a really cool idea, and it would be 100 times more innovative than just another crossover arena fighting game. And that's going to be it with today's Q&A. Thank you guys so much for the questions, as well as thank you for 10,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you stuck around this long, then clearly you just can't get enough of me. So I suggest you go check out the 2 channels I have linked in the description below. Fishnet, which is a short film channel run by me and my friends, and Be Witty, a channel where we eat food. Alright, that's it.